whole new lease on life thanks to the young fans who love the show, and she can't wait for the rest of the series in July. Right now on Denver 7 News at 8 o'clock on Local 3, another weekend of gun violence rocks Colorado and cities across the country. So we're taking a look at the legislation being considered here at home and in Washington. They are ready to rebuild in Louisville, the major milestone for families moving forward after the Marshall fire. And gearing up for Game 4 without a key player. We are hearing from the Avs about tonight's high-stakes game.
It's going to be tough. You know, coming from last series against St. Louis, we're up 3-1 and gave them life, but it's hard to win that fourth game. It's very difficult. Brand new game, regardless of, you know, if it's 3-0, 2-1, whatever it is, we gotta come out strong and play a great game.
Yeah, so they're going for the sweep. They have been very good on the road during the playoffs. As we take a look over the Mile High City today, some clouds overhead with a mix of sun. There's obviously a watch party at Ball Arena too. A lot of Avs fans are excited, and we're excited for summer temperatures too.
They're going to be there's going to be a run on brooms, I think, today. Folks that are heading out there tonight. Take a look. Here's your game evening. Well, if you're going to the watch party forecast here in town, there will be some scattered storms and showers. Upper 70s, near 80 between about 4 and 5 o'clock. We'll cool into the 60s, and yeah, depending on where those storm cells roll through, it may be a little bit cooler by about 5 o'clock. We're hitting highs though right around 80 to about 82. Upper 60s to low 70s in the foothills. We have Deckers at 70, same thing in Evergreen. Boulder, you're a good 10 degrees warmer at 80 this afternoon. The risk of severe weather both today and tomorrow will primarily be over the eastern plains east of I-25, but this risk is going to get a little closer to Denver tomorrow. So we'll take a closer look at some of these storms, the timing of it, and the heat that we're going to see this week. Katie, coming up in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Lisa. And traffic is starting to improve on I-225 northbound. A rollover crash has been moved off to the shoulder, but we are still seeing some slow traffic all the way back to Iliff. Let me take you to the map. What we know is an SUV was driving as reported recklessly and went between two semi-trucks. Fortunately, though, no injuries are being reported, but we have seen some really major delays there on 225, but it is starting to improve as that crash has moved off to the shoulder. Right now, it's about a 10-minute drive southbound 225 through Parker Road. Elsewhere across town, traffic is starting to improve a little bit, but also very slow on I-76, 104th to I-25, about a 16-minute drive. You're getting that stop-and-go traffic on 270 as well. Another crash on Federal Boulevard northbound has closed lanes. A detour is in place there at 84th Avenue where lanes are blocked. To from the high country, no issues on I-70 and out to DIA standard down to the bridge security, just about a 10 to 20 minute wait time.
A Westminster neighborhood finally got the all clear after a crime spree forced them to shelter in place overnight. Certainly a scary situation. Thankfully, no one was hurt here, but Denver 7's Veronica Acosta joins us live with new information from police. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. So it was an armed robbery that did end with arrests, but not before Westminster Police was forced to go on that chase that ended up spanning several blocks. So this did start yesterday evening, right around 7:30 p.m. That's when Westminster Police say that they were called about a possible armed robbery. The victim told police they were following the suspect's vehicle when they started being shot at. Police were able to find that vehicle. They were able to pursue it, and that was near 90th Avenue and Utica Street. They say at that point the suspects ran, and then 2.5 hours later, right around 10 p.m. last night, police say they found 3 men hiding in the backyard of a home near 70th Avenue and Rain Street. Police say those 3 men were arrested, and the good news of last night and really this morning is that there were no injuries in that incident. We're in Denver this morning. I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Thank you, Veronica. This morning, Denver police are looking for a person who shot into a crowd of people downtown. This happened early Saturday morning near 15th and Larimer. Police say someone in a black SUV shot several times. An off-duty officer working security at a nearby nightclub shot back. An on-duty officer parked in the area also chased the suspect, but they got away. This morning, police in both Pennsylvania and Tennessee are investigating mass shootings. In Philadelphia, there's a search for multiple shooters after 3 people were killed and 11 hurt on a crowded downtown street Sunday morning. A few hours later in Chattanooga, 3 people were killed, 14 injured in a shooting at a nightclub. This week, members of Congress will hear directly from survivors of the elementary school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. Maya Cerrillo will testify Wednesday in front of the House Committee on Oversight and Reform. The 4th grader says she survived the shooting by pretending to be dead. Lawmakers will also hear from the parents of Lexi Rubio, one of the 19 children killed in the shooting. Family members of the victims in the Buffalo, New York grocery store shooting will also testify. Meanwhile, the Washington Post reports not a single week has passed this year without at least 4 mass shootings. Each dot on this map, it's even hard to see, this is from the Gun Violence Archive, represents a mass shooting from 2022. Lawmakers will be back on Capitol Hill today in hopes of reaching an agreement on new gun laws. As we take a closer look at some of the areas where they might find compromise. The first is federal funding for states to create red flag laws. 19 states, including Colorado, already have a red flag law in effect. It allows law enforcement to seize guns from those deemed a threat. The second is for school safety upgrades, which could include everything from improved doors to increased in-person security. And the third is for more mental health resources, especially for our youth. For now, there does not appear to be a compromise on raising the minimum age to buy semi-automatic guns, restricting bump stocks or high-capacity magazines. Laws around AR-15 style guns are also not expected to change. Meanwhile, back here in Colorado, some city councils will take their own action on guns this week. Boulder, Louisville, Superior, and Lafayette are all expected to pass new ordinances, including banning the sale and possession of assault weapons, banning magazines that contain more than 10 rounds, raising the age for firearm purchases from 18 to 21, outlawing open and concealed carry in hospitals, schools, and places of worship, and instituting a 10-day wait period to purchase a gun, and also the outlawing of ghost guns. A sliver of hope returns to Louisville after the Marshall Fire. 5 months it's been now, and there are signs of life. Denver 7's Christian Lopez is live where construction begins today on the first home rebuilt in the burn area.
And that'll happen in just a few hours, Brian, here on this lot behind me here in Louisville. This is the second family that has received their rebuilding permit in this city. So today they'll start the excavation process before the contractor begins working on the home's foundation. And this lot is the first of 20 rebuilds for this contractor, Wood Brothers Homes. Most are in neighborhoods near Harper Lake, which are some of the worst hit by the Marshall Fire. Contractor Justin Wood says that he believes seeing this home's progress will bring a lot of hope to others in this community.
At the beginning, it was devastating for people, and we've heard a lot of stories. So for this one, and to see the smile on this homeowner's face when we handed her the permit and said we're going to start on Monday was just, it was a great thing to see.
And we will be here for that groundbreaking at 11 o'clock this morning. The rebuilding process for this home is expected to take about 8 months. Live in Louisville, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Thank you, Christian. Well, tonight the Avs could lock in their spot for the Stanley Cup Finals with a sweep of the Oilers. Denver 7 Sports Director Lionel Bienvenu has a preview.
Hello there and welcome to Denver 7 Sports. The Avalanche and the Oilers are ready to battle on Monday night in Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals, and both teams will be without one of their best players. Evander Kane was suspended for a game for boarding on Nazem Kadri of the Avs in Game 3 Saturday night, so that takes out Kane, who was the leading scorer in all the playoffs with 13 goals. It also takes out Kadri, who had 6 goals and 14 points in the playoffs. He reportedly suffered a broken thumb. Now, Jared Bednar would not confirm that injury, but he said Kadri is out for the rest of the series. Again, which could be just one more game. The Avs lead at 3-0 after Saturday night's victory. So Kane and Kadri will miss Game 4, but after Saturday's win by the Avs, there may not be a Game 5. That win will be hard to come by, though. That closeout game always is. The Avs don't want to give the Oilers any hope at all, while the Oilers have nothing to lose. They're desperate and dangerous and done if they don't win.
Staying focused on the process, that's the main thing. You know, like we've staying in the moment, breaking games down 5 minutes at a time, focusing on what we can control, our work ethic, our competitiveness, the determination, and how we play with the detail in our structure. You know, guys are focused on those things over and over again. They've done a nice job of it, and I expect it to be no different tomorrow.
It's going to be tough. You know, coming from last series against St. Louis, we're up 3-1 and gave them life, but it's hard to win that fourth game. It's very difficult. Brand new game, regardless of, you know, if it's 3-0, 2-1, whatever it is, we gotta come out strong and play a great game.
You know, the pressure now kind of shifts. I mean, you know, not a lot of teams or not a lot of people are expecting us to do much now. So, just go play hockey, play what we've done all year.
I think everybody's kind of counting this out, so there's no pressure on our end. I think all the pressure flips to Colorado. They're expected to win now, obviously being up 3-0. So for us, it's just get one and then go from there.
Well, even when the Avs are on the road, they got support from the home crowd at Ball Arena. There was a great crowd on hand Saturday night to watch Game 3 in Edmonton. It felt like you were there. Now it's the same deal for Game 4 on Monday night. Tickets are $10 through Ticketmaster, and all proceeds go to Kroenke Sports Charities, and parking is free. So the doors open at 5 Monday night. The game starts shortly after 6. Now the Avs will face another hostile crowd in Game 4. Really? Who cares about the crowd on the road? They've already won in Nashville, St. Louis, and now Edmonton. So home ice advantage? No. The Avs are 6-0 on the road in this playoff run. So take your home ice and melt it. All right, we'll have the latest on Game 4 later today on Denver 7 Sports. We'll see you then.
Gas prices aren't the only high price good the White House is trying to get under control right now. What officials say is a top priority. And it's one of the great mysteries of the pandemic, why some people get long COVID, the symptoms bringing patients to a local long-haul clinic.